Hey guys, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're at. I am just on my way home from my peer support group. So I just wanted to take a minute and talk about people who are always telling you to, within your recovery, to kind of get comfortable saying no to people. And it is very true, because I am one of the what people call people pleaser, and I do it out of the goodness of my heart, not because I feel obligated to, but sometimes it does get to that point. And I had to learn to basically think about the situation of what I'm being asked, and then take it from there. So either yes or no. And normally I would just automatically say yes because I don't want anybody to be upset with me. I had to also learn that if somebody does, especially somebody that you're close with, if somebody gets upset with you because you say no to something that they need or want, then they're not being a really good friend. And that was very hard for me to learn because I don't like upsetting people. I know that seems weird because of the type of person that I am. I'm loud and I will flip and I will get angry really quickly. But all of that is out of a reaction. Still, it's not good to do regardless of the reason why I do it. But it's basically out of a reaction. So I don't like to start fights. I don't like to, but I will stand up for myself. I will stand up for other people. So we have to learn how to say no. And then I thought, well, what about saying yes? Because no is such a negative term, and yes is looked at as positive, but sometimes you do have to say no. But when it comes to yes, I'm thinking, in your recovery, we don't know who we are when we first come off of the drugs. So we detox, and we're getting therapy, and we're doing everything. And so we have to learn who we are as a person, because we're not the same person we were when we were using. Most of the time we use so long that we lost that other person that we were before we picked up the drugs. So how do we figure out what we like, what we don't like, who we like, who we don't like? And it's all a matter of taking the time to say yes to things. Take yourself out of your comfort zone. That is really, really important to try and figure out who you are as a person. How do you know you don't like broccoli if you never tried it? Just an example. That's not really a comfort zone thing. How do you know that you don't like car racing unless you try it? How do you know you don't like makeup unless you try it? So yeah, I have gotten a new identity since I became clean, especially not just being clean. Once I started divulging into my recovery is when, what some people would call actually like an annoying recovery person. Maybe I am that. I don't know. But I can understand why people see me that way, because I do enjoy recovery. I do like talking about it. And there are some things in my life that are that have always been like, I always like to help people. So, but I never thought to take the time out to become a counselor or to be a peer support specialist. But we have to try these things and go out, maybe bowling or play some pool, or take up a sewing class or crochet, something that you've never done. And they have these really cool painting places. Okay, and typically these painting places are like paint while you drink wine. And I know a lot of us in recovery are completely against drinking and doing any type of drugs, of course. Some people don't mind having a glass of wine here and there. It's all about your own preference, and that's okay. I'm not here to judge nobody. So if you do drink wine or whatever, I think those painting classes are really fun. Or I've never tried it, but I see lots of people having fun. And then you don't always have to drink the wine while you paint. I know the wine is supposed to like give you kind of like a relaxing, get into the, painting mode, the social mode, but you don't have to. And that's another thing, taking yourself out of your comfort zone. So really doing that and doing anything out of your comfort zone is really gonna really show you who you are as a person, what you like, what you don't like. So let's talk about saying yes. So now your friends, if you have friends, because a lot of times in recovery, we don't have friends left over from our past life. So when we do find those friends, they want to ask you out, for example, if they want to ask you to come out with them. And it's sometimes we get into this feeling like, oh, I don't want to go, or socially awkward, especially with not having your drugs or your alcohol. And let me tell you something, I have found when I feel that way and I go out anyway, that is when I have the best times and make the best memories. So the next time, another example, I have a lot of Facebook groups that I'm in. I know a lot of you from the Facebook groups, Mat Moms, or my area, BCS, Moms with Tots, things like that. We have mom nights. Now, I don't know any of you or any of them, but I was asked to come and join them tomorrow night, and so I can't tomorrow night because I have prior engagement. I have a phone call. Please hold. Okay, anyway, so I have these, mom friends that I never met, and so they're asking me to join them on this mom group, and I will go. Tomorrow I have prior engagement, but I will absolutely go to the next one, and then I will let you guys know about it, because I think, what I thought of the type of people that I may or may not get along with, that's why I kind of get nervous meeting new people and new moms, because I'm not the typical, Betty Crocker mom. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. I feel like I can't get back into that groove, but that's a whole other situation, a whole other story. So I will absolutely get back and let you guys know about what happens here, because I have a lot of expectations when joining these groups. I feel like maybe they won't like me, or maybe I'm too New York for them, or I just get those typical social anxieties because I won't drink. And the last time I went out on a mom's night, I did have a cocktail. The girl I was with did not, because her husband is an alcoholic, and she's not very open about it. So they kind of teased her a bit. And I mean, we're talking about adults here, talking about 50-year-old women and younger. So between, I would say, 25 and 45 maybe. Excuse me. So and if somebody tries to tease me, absolutely we'll jump down their throat. And if somebody tries to tease my friend, absolutely jump down their throat. So I worry about that. And I know I could control myself. That's not the issue. But I have no desire to control my, I don't want to say anger, but, when I feel like somebody's being bullied, I'm not going to control my behaviors, because they deserve to be put in their place. And if the person that's being bullied is not going to do it, then I'm going to do it, because I don't like bullies, period. Anyway, so let's try and say yes, take ourselves out of our comfort zones if we could, and let me know your experiences. And also, I'm still expecting some inspirational stories from you guys, so please email me at Danielle. No, that's not it. My email is recoveryrealness 247@gmail.com. You can get me on Instagram, Danielle_in recovery_247. You can get me here on YouTube. This is my Recovery Realness 24/7. This is my channel. I will love to get to know my followers. I appreciate you guys more than anything. And I am off for the day. I'm actually going into Academy right now to pick up my spoiled oldest daughter a little Nike headband. She is the new basketball manager for her school. I'm very excited for her. So, of course, you know, whenever she does something great, you know, I'll bend over backwards for her. Well, I'll do it anyway. But anyway, so I hope you all have a really great day. And I want to hear some yes stories. And also some no stories. Make sure you keep those 2 words in your vocabulary and make sure you're using them properly. Okay? So say yes and no responsibly. Bye, guys.